Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be going over the history of Bozer and how I got to where I am today. This video is going to be a little more casual. I'm not going to put a ton of effort into this because it doesn't have like any potential to do great or anything. This is mainly for my my 1K subs already out there that just want to know how I got started, I guess. So the story starts with another member of the Framp Lamps, which is my little group of Rocket League players. The story kind of starts with Crispy, or back in the day he was called Yo-Yo Dude. Basically, in the summer of 2017, we tried to see who could get the most subs in the summer. This was basically his idea. He really thought that he could get more subs than me. He probably regrets thinking that. But basically, we were just trying to see who could get the most subs, and I kind of just fell in love with it, and that was how it started. At the time, I didn't even really consider uploading to YouTube. I had an interest in YouTube as I'd been watching it, but I never really considered myself being able to do that. And obviously, I started out pretty horrible, just like I figure most people do. That's really how I got started, and I just kind of ran with it from there. So as you can see right here, this is my first video I've actually ever posted. The first one that is public is this one right here, the 2v2s with Gargameister episode 1. But I have a couple that were here. They were basically the same quality. They're not really interesting and they're embarrassing, so I took them down. But you can see the first one ever uploaded was actually June 18th. And I had 2 videos go up that day apparently. And then I did a lot of daily uploads from there on. I mean, it was just a lot of videos. But I will say, my entire inspiration actually came from John Sandman, who I'm sure everybody who's watching this knows who he is. And I wanted to basically be like him, so I had very long episodes of random uncut gameplay whenever I was like gold. And I just grinded. I mean, I was doing daily uploads of me just playing Rocket League for like a year, I think. And that's how I got most of my uploads, because if you look at my channel, I have like almost 300 uploads, I think, and most of it is just uncut Rocket League footage. Eventually, I got bored of doing this. I was seeing no success at all. I probably had like 30 subscribers, so I ended up transitioning into Fortnite because I got in on that very early, as you can see, around October of 2017. Summer had officially ended at this point for good. And I decided, you know what, screw Rocket League. I'm going to Fortnite. I continued to actually do a little bit of Rocket League, I think, there. But, I really started to get into Fortnite. I was kind of going on and off with Fortnite and Rocket League, it looks like. You know, that was pretty much what I did the first few years on YouTube, until I finally started to learn how to edit. And editing has become one of my favorite things about YouTube, actually. It's just easy to, whenever you edit, I don't know, it's easy to structure how you want your video to be. You can really create the video, make it your own with editing. You can really make it your own. And so that's one of my favorite parts about it right now. But this is whenever these videos in here around 2018, the end of the summer of 2018, basically. I finally started to do a little bit of editing, I think. So yeah, here's my last 50, it looks like. I know this video here was edited, not very well, but it was edited. And yeah, pretty much all these videos started to be edited. So the next point I want to bring up is my music. And as you can see here on SoundCloud, this is where I started making music. I have a lot of old music, some that are privated, like these, that I probably will not be unprivating ever. Maybe I'll come back and react to these at some point, but not today. Alright, I might not be able to tell, but this is well over a year ago. This was probably in 2019, I think. These other songs start coming out, as you can see, Like Me, which is privated now, was 10 months ago. This was 10 months ago. This is still unprivated, by the way, if you guys want to listen to these ones. Don't, but if you want to. And I just gradually kept getting better, and then this one right here, Good Vibes, prod by Gurgy G, was the first one that I ever had Gurg actually produce for me, instead of me doing it on my own software with terrible auto-tune and effects. And so this is whenever it started to become better quality. And then, as you can see, 7 months ago I released Emotions EP, which was alright, good at the time, but looking back was not that good. And then that leads us to the entire reason I even have 1,000 subscribers, Get Out of Gold. And we all know the story behind Get Out of Gold, I hope, that Sunless Khan wanted to make a Rocket League's Got Talent. It was just, we happened to be in the right place at the right time, and we ended up making Get Out of Gold, and, you know, it made the video. And so that was really how I kind of got started on music and on videos. And now I kind of want to transition this video into more of a how I plan to go about stuff in the future, because honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that one day I'll be able to look back at this video and kind of, you know, hopefully a few years from now, I'll be able to look back and think of how mere of a milestone this is. That's the hope. I hope I have more than 1,000 subscribers, but hopefully the point is that I'll look back at this video and think of kind of all that I've been through to get to this point, and now I'll be able to predict what I think, or not predict, I think I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do in the future, and we'll see how that goes for me, and hopefully I'm bigger than I am right now at the time I look back at this in a few years. So right now, I am only at 1,000 subs. I'm currently in the process of just figuring out really what I'm going for with this channel, and what I really want to push to do. Obviously, I'm going to be centered around Rocket League, considering that's my favorite game of all time, and that's how I got my first break, I guess. I'm worried about how to structure my videos, how to edit them well, and I'm doing a lot of research on how the YouTube algorithms work, because now that I kind of have a base following, and I've been noticed a little bit, I feel like now is the time that I can really make a big push and kind of get myself out there for an even bigger audience, and, you know, become a big YouTuber, because that's the goal, right? So yeah, I'm really kind of focusing more nowadays on how my videos are actually structured and how I can improve pretty much at every aspect of it, and, you know, hopefully that's going to work out for me. So yeah, the plans for the future really are to continue to improve, continue to get better, continue to make the best quality content that I can, and the most interesting content that I can, and that's really about it. So anyways, guys, like I said, this is really not a high production quality video that I've been talking about, ironically. This is more of just for you 1,000 that are out there right now that care at all about me and where this is going, and yeah, again, this is really just something that hopefully I can look back on and think of just how dumb I am for celebrating such a small milestone. But for me right now, 1,000 means the world, and I'm just happy to be at 1,000. But again, I hope that eventually I'll be able to look back and think of how dumb of a milestone. But either way, I'm not taking anyone who's out there right now for granted. I really appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.